Easy to throw my purse and everything.
Hello. Welcome everybody to another edition of Fake News Sports Podcast. Hazmat Suit just joined in the 13th hour. Glad to have you. We're wondering. I think he's a little buzzed. Got Kmart 9 here. Rusty, sorry, I'm not going to do it with my shirt off. I just ate dinner, so I'm a little shy. Joey Cheese, Chaz McLongball. We were just talking golf and how far we don't hit it compared to Chase, so that was fun. Anyway, week 2, none of us bet the Packers because we're triangles, and today we're going to go over Circa Millions. We haven't even really discussed our pick 5 yet, so it should be interesting. We're going to go over Survivor. We've thrown some out. Haven't made a choice.
Fuck, we don't even have a Survivor yet. This can be fun. This can be fun to determine this tonight.
Yeah, so without further ado, Joey Cheese, help me stop talking.
What's up, guys? Welcome in. Kmart, can you put the graphic up so I could see it?
I don't know how.
Put the graphic up so we can go over some games. We need to find 5 games against the spread. I know last week we went. Last week we went 3-2.
3-2.
Right?
Bears boned us.
Yeah, Bears fucked us. Thanks, Kmart. I know that was your favorite play, but my Saints play fucked us.
Well, I like the Jets, but I just really wanted the Bears in there. Yeah, I screwed us. I sucked.
All right, so
Bait me.
we need to find 5. I know we did not play tonight's game, so forget about Commanders Packers. Go to the 1 o'clock slate. Sunday, Patriots Dolphins. I know some of us have an opinion here. Dolphins is a side I will probably play. Kmart, can you mute your thing? I can't. Sorry, with headphones on, I can't. It's right in my fucking ear. Dolphins, Patriots. Dolphins -1 on the sheet at Circa. Very good chance I give Dolphins out as a play. Not very high on this Patriots team. Drake May, I think, sucks. That fucking offense looked absolutely fucking awful. And once again, we will talk about how everybody in America thought Vrabel was going to turn this Patriots team into a 10-win team. I just didn't see it. So yeah, Dolphins is an opinion I haven't officially bet anything yet in the NFL, but I think a few of us agree here. I know Hazmat Suit was kind of leaning Patriots, so we'll go to Chase first. Chase, what do you got here?
I definitely lean Fins. I mean, one, you couldn't possibly look worse last week. The public and everybody who is your average Joe Schmo bettor is going to think the Dolphins are just a completely shit team. And to be honest, I kind of agree. I don't think they're great by no stretch, but typically teams in the NFL, these are professional athletes. They don't like to be embarrassed. I would imagine that you're going to get a lot better effort from them this week than you did the previous week. Also, having said that, I cannot remember names off the top of my head. I just saw someone pop up on the injury report for the Patriots in the secondary as well. So I know there's definitely an injury or two out there that we're going to have to take a peek at, but I would definitely lean Fins.
Kmart?
Week 2, perfect time for overreaction. Dolphins look like shit. They got the worst defense in the league. Patriots hung around. They looked, I think, how a lot of us thought they'd look. I didn't think they looked terrible. They didn't look great. They looked like right where I thought they'd be. I don't know. So weird line. Dolphins are nothing. So yeah, I'm all over Dolphins.
Hazmat Suit, what was your reasoning for trying to talk us off the Dolphins here? I know you said it was Patriots or pass for you. What do you got here?
I just don't like Kmart said. I just don't get the line. How are they basically the same line at home against the trash ass Patriots as they are against Colts? I know you told me today, Cheese, you think the Colts could be a 10-win team plus or more. Like they're a decent team, and so now it's the same line. It just against a divisional foe, like you said, a lot of times in these divisional games, funky things happen. I don't get it. So it's just weird to me, and it's not something if you guys love it, by all means. It's not something that I love. I just said it for me. It just seems like a stinky little, like, why are the Patriots, who just lost to a Raiders team, only catching 1.5 in Miami. It doesn't really make sense.
The division game is the part that worries me the most. Kmart, I meant to ask you before. I know you have full control of the screen. Are you able to highlight or edit the millions post with, like, could you circle stuff on the screen? Anything, put check marks next to stuff? Could you edit it?
I don't think with the version we have. I don't think
No?
I have.
Okay.
I don't think
I
we
have to do
have.
it ahead of time.
Okay. Someone, all right, let's keep a mental note. Potentially Dolphins. Let's move on. Jaguars, Bengals. Does anyone have a strong opinion here other than the fact that I'm going to say I think the Bengals were a team that I think everyone was fully expecting to fall flat on their face with, Taylor's 0-2, weeks 1 and 2, blah, 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 last couple of years, whatever. I fully expected the Bengals to come out and be a much better version of what we saw from last year. I don't see how the Jaguars go into Cincinnati and win this game. As far as the 3.5 goes, don't think it's strong enough of an opinion right now for me to play it. Anyone here, strong opinion, one way or another?
Not strong.
No, Duke?
No, not on my. This game isn't one that I'm really honing in on.
My boy likes the Jags, huh? Yeah, I
think
certainly
the
don't see myself playing the Jags here.
The Jags kind of seem like the poopy play, and I kind of get it, but I don't know. I mean, I watched a good chunk of that Carolina game last week with the Jags because of the delay, and it fell in between games a little bit there. So I watched a good chunk of it. I don't know that the Jags look good as much as Carolina just looked awful.
Yeah.
So Carolina reverted.
Oh, they looked bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch a single play of that game, but I mean, for me, it'd be Bengals or nothing. Like they had 7 yards of offense in the second half. Burrow didn't play well. Chase didn't play well. Higgins didn't play well.
I wouldn't revolt if
it played well. Like they squeezed by. So to me, it's Bengals or nothing.
I wouldn't revolt if it made our 5. It wouldn't be my top choice.
Yeah, I don't think there's a chance Bengals make our 5. Duke, this next game has your name written all over it. Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens, I know, were a team you loved last week. Catching 11.5 in Baltimore. Let me remind you real quick before we discuss this game. I believe this is the same exact spot last year where the Ravens were 12.5 point favorites week 2 and lost outright to the Raiders. So nothing's guaranteed. We all know that. But Browns, Ravens, 11.5. Which way you looking, Hazmat?
Yeah, I don't know. I know, Chaz saw that line came down a little bit. Now it went back up, went from 12.5, 10.5 back to 11.5. It's kind of yo-yoing. We love road division dogs. I don't know with the Ravens losing and that dude. I mean, let's be honest. The Browns should have won that game. That kicker, would they already fire that kicker? So like with that, when you have those shoulda, coulda, wouldas the week before, I have a little hesitation with the double digits. I'm looking more at that. We have a lot of 5.5. My dead numbers out there this week, so I'm looking at more of those games.
I know you guys. I know you guys are sick enough to understand this, but I would almost like the Browns if the line was like 8.5. But yeah. I can't possibly like it at 11.5.
It's not poopy enough.
I was going to say, like, the fact it's 11.5, I feel like a lot of people are going to jump on the Browns because they're like, ooh, that's a lot of points. Division games are close.
I agree.
I was thinking 9.5.
I think Ravens kill them. Like, I lean Ravens in this, but
I agree. We didn't talk about this in the chat. I purposely saved it for the pod. Ravens might be one of my 5 favorite plays on this card.
Woo. That's
might
a big
be
number.
One of my 5 favorite.
I mean, if we don't have a 5th, I got no problem with it.
Especially with Grant Delpit talking shit to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Henry might fucking truck everyone. All right, and an intriguing game. I want to start here with Duke. I mean, Duke's favorite number, 5.5. The New York Giants traveling to Jerry's World to play the Cowboys, 5.5. Duke, tell everyone why you think the Giants have a chance to win this game.
Well, yeah, we know that the trend where the road team catching points week 2 who loses by double digits. That's a great, it's like 70% over the last 15 years, and we love road division dogs. And I mean, come on, the Cowboys looked pretty darn good. They very well could have won that game in Philly last week with that fumble. So why
CeeDee
not?
Lamb had hands.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, the captain, got a C on his jersey. He's dropping perfect dimes into his arms. I mean, how do you not? The Giants couldn't. I know Chaz was like saying, "Get Russ out of there." They look like trash against
Oh
the
my
Commanders,
God.
obviously. So, yeah, for me,
Jack,
it's Giants or nothing.
Jackson Dart's under center sooner rather than later. Trust me.
It should have already happened.
Kmart or Chase, either one of you have a strong enough lean either way in Giants or Cowboys.
After talking myself onto the Giants last week, like not a chance in hell this team makes my card until Dart's starting. Like not a chance. Like I mean I obviously is what 21-6 or something. So their defense played well, but I honestly thought their defense would be better. And I mean Russ, if you watch that game, like I don't know.
Dude,
Like, I hope they win. Like I got nothing against them. I hope they win for Buff's sake. And no offense, Chase, I'm just not a Cowboys fan, but
dude,
like
I don't know.
I just
what it
can't.
is.
They're on my no bet list until I see Russell isn't dreaming about Sierra. Like I don't know what he was 3-4 years ago.
Dude, I saw like the other day. I think fucking someone tweeted that Burns and Thibodeau were only on the field for a combined like five snaps together or something. Like how do you have your two best defensive players not on the field together at all fucking times? I just don't get it. This Giants team is in shambles after 1 week. But once again, I don't know if the Giants can make my card either. So let's move. I mean, it's only right to start with Duke again here. It's that infamous 5.5. Duke, Rams, Titans. Which way you looking here?
Yeah, I kind of really like the Titans here. I'm always, as a rant, we love Kmart, me, Joe, Ham. God bless him. He's not on the pod anymore. He used to pop on once in a while. We love our team. We love betting against our teams. We know that like this to me is just has let down Rams written all over it. Nice performance last week. Titans, they're going to be hungry. It's going to be not that the humidity and the heat in Nashville is going to mess with these SoCal guys, but maybe they probably just want to go in there, get a win. They'll be happy winning by 3. Give me the 5.5 with the ugly rookie quarterback Titans, baby.
Yo, shout out Buffy in the chat. My boy Papa Giorgio. Wes is hilarious. Shout out Mount Doji. Homie's here on all of our shows. Mad respect. Really appreciate you tuning into the boys, my guy. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's Titans or pass here too. I'm not opposed to using them in the 5 if Chase and Kmart align. So, Chase, what do you think?
It's Titans or nothing. I'm encouraged. I don't know if you guys actually watched the film, but I mean, I watched a decent chunk of that game because we had him in Survivor, and it was way more competitive than it should have been. But Cam Ward looks good. He's making some damn good throws. He's doing a lot with very little. But I think the one thing that is probably the least talked about thing in the NFL right now is how good this Rams defense is. That's a really good defense. They were really good at the end of last year. I don't love them having to travel to the East Coast to play in the early slot. I also think that's a little bit leery. It would definitely be Titans or nothing for me, but asking Cam Ward with a misfit cast of characters to beat, in my opinion, maybe the best defense in the NFL right now. I mean, the second half of last year, they were lights out. They looked really good last week against what is a pretty high octane Houston offense at times too. So I don't think it's good enough to make the card for me unless you all three agree.
Yo, Money Matt in the chat. What up? Rusty Betts. Rusty Betts. Buff holding a Russ MVP ticket. Rusty's hilarious. Me, Rusty, Chase, and Buff will be at Sawgrass next week playing golf in Jacksonville. Fun times.
So
Duke,
jealous.
Duke, how easy is it just to tease the Bills and the Rams? Like all you gotta do is win,
Yeah.
right? Just
Dude.
tease them that.
Yeah, we had a guy came up to me at work. I made him an account, and he's like, "Dude, I was down big Sunday. I did a 3-teamer, dude. I had the Commanders, and 2 other easy ones, whatever it was, like 6-point. I had that, and he's like, I did 200 for 12. I was like, yep, it's that easy, but just keep doing what you're doing, dude. It's that easy.
So easy. Let's circle the Dolphins and Titans for now. We'll come back and we'll readdress it. But Bills Jets, another division game. We saw how good the Bills looked, but listen, I don't want to take anything away from this Jets team. You guys know how high I was on them last week. Was basically mine and Kmart's best bet last week. We absolutely fucking love the Jets since 4th of July weekend.
Since the schedule came out.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can play this game in division. Still don't know what we're gonna get from the Jets, man. It was one game. They gotta prove it over a period of time before I back them consistently. Anyone with a strong enough opinion here?
No, like I lean Bills. I think the Jets minus defensively look better than a lot of people thought they would. And I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like the books they're onto everything. Oh, home dogs. 6.5 is a lot at home.
I mean,
Bills didn't look good until the 4th. It's like they were sleepwalking, and then they realized. Chase, what'd you say? The Ravens always find a way to what?
They're pants shitters, dude.
Yeah,
They're pants shitters. They've been pants shitters for years.
yeah.
They always find a way to fuck it up.
I don't know. Like I don't know. That one's tough. Like it's
I love how the Jets.
but for me,
The
it's
Jets
Bills.
already fired that guy that fumbled. They're like, oh yeah, we're letting your ass go.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, see you later. You will not make it to Monday morning. Yep. Bye.
I haven't got to the window on it. I definitely like the Jets more than the Bills. My biggest concern with the Bills were, and I know the Ravens are obviously a very good running football team. They're facing another very good running football team again this week. They looked atrocious against that Ravens rushing attack. Derrick Henry was averaging about 12 yards a carry. Lamar was averaging about 10 yards a carry. They're going to have to face Justin Fields and Breece Hall this week. I don't know that that's a whole hell of a lot easier. Both of those are very good at running the football, which means it's going to make it a little easier on Justin Fields throwing the football. You don't have to sit back and beat pressure and things like that. So a little concern right now early in the season on the Bills being able to stop the run. That was an eye-opening thing to watch.
Yeah, let's circle back to this game. It doesn't sound like we're going to be able to agree on a side. Another big, huge division game. Bears-Lions. I will be the first one to say you will not catch me having money on Caleb Williams in 2025. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's Bears at Buffalo.
I think.
And the Bears.
Jeez, I'm gonna call you out right now. In like 3 weeks, you're gonna be like, I love the Bears.
There is a good chance I bet them this season. Just not right now. I can't back the Bears in this spot. And I'm going to be honest, with offense OC Johnson gone at Detroit, no, what was it, 6 points through 3 quarters or whatever. Lions look fucking lost. Goff looked like a shell of himself. Man, I ain't going anywhere near this fucking game. Does anyone love this before we move on to a game I know we all have an opinion on?
I have a strong opinion, but I don't have a love yet.
What's your opinion, Chase?
I think Detroit is getting a little too much hate in this spot from their performance last week against Green Bay. Jared Goff is not mobile. So when you rush the passer really well, Jared Goff's not going to be the guy that's able to beat pressure and get the ball down the field. No question they're missing some help on the coordinator front. But the Bears don't have the pass rush that the Packers do. And the Bears are down their top 2 corners. So I would imagine that passing game is going to look a hell of a lot better this week. My only concern is I think as bad as the Bears collapsed, I think Detroit will be very trendy, which makes me want to avoid it. That's why I don't love it. But from an X's and O's standpoint, I can't see Detroit not looking a hell of a lot better.
Still another game in the 1 o'clock window Eastern Standard Time. Seattle coming to Pitt. Seattle +3 on the road. I have a strong enough opinion towards Seattle here where there's a good chance they make my card on Sunday. I might very well bet them. We saw the traction with Steelers money coming in, same exact line movement we saw this past Sunday versus Jets. Steelers sat at -2.5 for days. All of a sudden, then you see them trickle up to 3. The money line stays the same. Then they beat the Jets by 2 in a game where they should have lost. This is a game where I fully expect the Seahawks to be competitive and have a chance to win this game outright. It's Seattle +3 for me here. Strong enough opinion to use them in Circa. It's just whether or not you guys agree. Duke, what do you think here? Duke, are you there? Duke.
He's
Duke, hi.
here.
Hi.
He's trying to get out of the fray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm at a party and my buddy just announced his little kids were in a big bro shirt, so they got pregnant again. So I was like, it was the loudest shit in there.
Wow, that's cute.
Yeah,
Tell them we're doing Circa Millions.
no,
What do you like here? You like Seattle enough to put it on our card?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do. I was telling my buddy yesterday, he's a Steeler guy, and I did a head-to-head last year on their win total, and it seemed like the same thing happened last year. They would have these small fucking lines on the Steelers, like -2, -3, and they would just win them. And he's like, they just got pat. And so I'm like, is this going to happen again this year? Like, are the Steelers just going to be undervalued and win these games, or is it going to regress a little? Like the poopy in me says Seattle all day, but I'm just like, are they legit? Rodgers looked good. Of course, they got the bailout with the fumbles and shit, but missed extra point by the Jets. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to hold your nose and do it, I'm definitely down.
Kmart?
I don't love either side in this, honestly. I would probably lean Steelers with their defense and Aaron Rodgers, but I also don't mind cheering for Sam Darnold. So they're not playing the Niners this week, so I'm good with whatever you guys want. Like to me, it has to be like, to me, it would be like, we got 4, we can't agree on a 5, and I would probably be like, well, let's do Seattle because that will be more fun. Like,
fair enough.
I would rather just lock in 4 and then just throw a Hail Mary. Like, that's fine.
Right,
it's hard. Like, I've done this so many. It's so hard to find 5.
Let's move past it. Let's go to another 1 o'clock game where we get the Rattler versus Mac fucking Jones. It was just announced today or yesterday. Purdy's going to be out 3 to 5 weeks. George Kittle's out
2 to 5.
Oh, I saw 3 to 5. But whatever. Either way, we saw this line trickle from Niners -7, now sitting at -3. Kmart, why don't you start? Homer aside.
As I just admitted, I have been in the Circa Millions multiple times, Super Contests multiple times, and I cannot tell you how many times. How many times can I say times? Holy shit! I have taken the Saints in a spot like this because you're just like, ooh, it was 7, now it's 3. Oh, backup quarterback. Oh, no Kittle. Is that it? Jennings? Is that really that big of a deal? Jennings? Like, Kittle's the biggest loss. Mac Jones was a starter for 2 years. I'm not that high on him. When I thought the Niners were going to draft the guy, I was pissed because I wanted Justin Fields. They took Trey Lance. I was still pissed. I'm still pissed because Justin Fields, I think, is a really good talent and would be great in that system. Anyway, I don't know. I don't see where the 4 points is. Saints are arguably the worst team in the league. I think the Niners are just going to – I mean, I was wrong on this last time. I think the Niners are going to run the ball 40 times, and it's going to be hard for Rattler to keep up. I mean, the Niners defense looked a lot better than I thought they would last week. I was very curious how that defense was going to look, and I liked what I saw. And barring Mac Jones putting the ball on the turf 2 or 3 times, which you can't cap for, to me, it's Niners or nothing.
Yeah. You ain't never convincing me to put money on Mac Jones ever. Yeah. That dude,
you saw
fucking sucks. That dude is fucking garbage.
Hey, he won a national championship, man.
Yeah. Chase, I would have won the national championship with that Bama team. Chase, what do you got here? Anything?
I got nothing here. I don't want any part of this. I mean, typically when I get injury news like that, especially at skill positions, I'm a fade that kind of news typically kind of guy. Quarterbacks are a little bit bigger deal, but I look at lines. The game's won in the trenches. If I see big missing pieces of irreplaceable guys, pass rushers, I take that a little more seriously. But if you put me to gunpoint, I'd pick the Niners, but I don't. I'm not enough to bet either way.
All right, Panthers, Cardinals. Anyone have an opinion here as far as Circa goes? I don't. I don't even know what to make of this line, to be honest with you guys.
Cardinals didn't look good against the Saints. Panthers, according to Chase, looked like what's his face went back to his rookie year. So no,
they look like window lickers.
I I know we've brought it up for Survivor. I don't even like the Cardinals to win. Like I just don't know. I am. You guys would have to hold me down to put I don't know. I'd be so pissed if we play Zona and they lose and we're out of Survivor in week 2. I'm just gonna be on record saying I'm not if that's our pick, I had nothing to do with it.
As far as this game goes for me, it would be Panthers or pass. And what I am gonna say is are the Cardinals good enough to lay 7 at home versus anybody?
I don't think so.
I don't think this Panthers team is that bad. When you have teams in the NFL like the Giants, the Titans, I neither one of those teams I think are better than the Panthers. And to be honest with you, I don't know how much better the Cardinals are than the Panthers. I do think the line's a little inflated. For me, it would be Panthers or pass. Yeah,
100% agreement.
All right, well, let's move to a game where I know we have a play, because it's my best bet on the NFL card. Broncos, Colts. Circa hung it at a pick. You can get the Broncos.
I love the way you say this is your best bet, and on Monday I'm like, "Hey guys, what do you think about the Colts? I kind of like them." And Joey goes, "I am too into the college football slate right now."
Well, I hadn't gotten into NFL yet. Yeah,
it's just funny, and now it's and now you're on them heavy, and I'm kind of I'm trying to back out of it a little bit.
Well, there ain't no backing out of this motherfucker. I think Daniel Jones finally has some weapons. He has an offensive line. We saw what this team could do. I don't think Miami's a bunch of slouches. I would say I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw from this Colts team. Daniel Jones with some pieces around him, an offensive line to block for him. We watched them put up 30 points on the Dolphins before the Dolphins scored. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not as high on this Broncos team as a lot of people are. I think this is a really bad spot for them traveling to Indy. I like the Colts here, and I like the Colts here big. So for those of you listening, you just got a sneak peek of what will be my best bet on Sunday. So yeah, Colts are one that we will be using in the contest. It's my best bet. Kmart likes it. I know Chase said
the only reason, let me, I mentioned I was trying to backpedal off of it. And the only reason, which is kind of contradictory to everything I've been talking about, is my brother-in-law is a huge Colts fan, and I was talking to him about the game, and he just mentioned just how thin they are at DB. And I mean, I have a little bit of PTSD about the Bears still on Monday night. So it's it didn't look like it mattered for a while, and then the fourth quarter came and it mattered. So that's really the only hesitation, but I agree. It's Colts or nothing. I also am not big on the donkeys this year. I'm glad they got us out of Survivor last week, because that's probably the last time I'm going to pick them in anything, unless it makes sense. But
Yeah.
we cashed on them so hard last year. Like, I'm good.
Chase, are we good to move with this? Are we good to go? Colts and a pick for our third play in Circa, or do you oppose?
No, I don't oppose. My only hesitation is just that I think Denver looked really bad last week. I don't like betting against teams that are coming off bad performances, especially at home. But at the same time, I mean, I totally get it. I definitely see your side of the argument. So I don't know if I have a super, super strong opinion on it, but if you guys both love it, I'm down with it.
Listen, I said this to Duke this afternoon on the phone. I think this year's, so 2024, we saw Sam D in Minnesota turn make a Minnesota team unbelievable. Sleeper coming into the season. No one really thought Sam was going to be that guy. As you guys know, I'm a huge Sam Darnold guy. I've fucking spoke highly about him. Always said once he had the weapons and the team around him, I always thought he would thrive in this league. I think that's what we get this year with this Indianapolis Colts team and Daniel Jones. I think they are the team that nobody expected to be good because all we ever heard was trash about Daniel Jones. Now with the pieces, he's got a running game. He's got Pittman and Warren. He's got a defense. I like this Colts team, man.
Scott Alec Pierce.
Yeah, I told Duke today. I told Duke earlier on the phone. I wouldn't be shocked to see his Colts team win 10, 11, potentially 12 games. So yeah, Colts pick number 3 for Circa. Let's move on to what's probably the best game of the weekend and an opinion that I have absolutely not. I like no opinion on this game. I don't want to fucking touch it. I feel like the Chiefs are probably the right side. Don't know if I want to bet against the Eagles. Anyone have an opinion here?
Yeah.
Kmart does.
Yeah. Like, I mean, as much as I love the Eagles in the Super Bowl, it's about as much as I love the Chiefs in this game. Chiefs look like shit in Brazil against the Chargers, who top 3, top 5 defense. Everyone's going to say, oh, they didn't have Rashee Rice. Oh, now they're out. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Xavier Worthy.
I don't care. Dude, look what the Chiefs won the fucking Super Bowl with. They won the fucking Super Bowl because they have the best coach in what I think NFL history.
I would agree there.
With today's players, like, no offense to Deion Sanders in the 90s, he's a hell of an athlete, but wouldn't do that shit with today's athletes. Come on. Like, Andy Reid is easily the best game planner, adjuster I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like the public's going to be like, oh, I'm going to get that money back. I lost on the Super Bowl last year. Go on the Eagles, and then Lee Corso, not so fast. Chiefs probably win by 10.
I just want to that Money Matt asked in the chat. Joey Cheese, when do you think we'll get into 3-unit territory? Well, Matt, both of my bets in the NFL this past weekend were both 3-unit plays. So 3-unit plays are based on just how strong my opinion is. Yeah, here he is. KC is a missile. Yeah, we'll see.
It's KC or nothing.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Doji, yeah, Colts are probably winning the South. So yeah, Buffy loves KC too. I am looking at what we have left for the slate of games. There's only 2 of the remaining 3 games I even somewhat have an opinion. Oh, I kind of have an opinion on all of them. If you want, we could tentatively speak in Circle Chiefs. I wouldn't mind using them because I always like rooting for Patty. Since you guys both like that I would co-sign that in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, something I always like to do is, hey, what are actually our best bets? I believe Duke's is the Titans. Chase, what is your favorite game on the board?
You haven't got there yet.
Cool. We'll talk about it in a minute. We'll do this.
So we'll
do
get
this
there.
At the end, Kmart.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we're going to be okay.
Falcons, Vikings. If I'm not mistaken, you guys have an opinion on the Falcons, where I said it would be Vikings or pass for me in this spot. Based on the number being over 3.5, I think the line tells you everything you need to know. I don't think this Falcons team bounces back. Chase, you had an opinion here?
I kind of initially leaned Falcons just because I think the Bears collapsed more than the Vikings won last week. So I don't want to give the Vikings too much credit for a win that was kind of handed to them, and vice versa. The Falcons should have won that game last week. They just missed a field goal. They led a good chunk of the game. I mean, to be honest, they outplayed the Bucs most of the way. And so I would look typically in that type of spot. I would look for the Falcons to bounce back. I don't know. My opinion on it's kind of lessened as the week goes by, especially when I start looking at, like what we're looking at for Survivor and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe Vikings make more sense. I just not as strong of an opinion as initially when I saw the line. And it was like 5 or 5.5 or something when I saw it originally.
Real quick, while we got a few viewers left in here, guys, real quick in the chat, everyone that's in the chat, I'm not going to open the chat back up until after we go through these last 2 games. I want everyone to write down in the chat just one team who you would use in Survivor this week. If you had one team, who would you use? Put it in the chat. We'll circle back to it in a few minutes. Kmart, did you have an opinion on Vikings Falcons?
No, move on.
No, move on. I love it. Nope, bye. All right. Bucks Texans. For me, it's Bucks or pass. I'm not high on this. I'm not high on Stroud or this Texans team. The fact that they are laying less than a field goal at home tells me that the Bucks are probably the right side. But I want to hear what you guys think. I have a feeling. I have a feeling Chase has an opinion here. And
yeah, it's my strongest opinion of the week so far. I don't like the Bucks at all. We're on opposite sides on this one. So Bucks won a game that they really shouldn't have won last week, playing a divisional team where that game's going to mean a hell of a lot more to them than playing Houston this week. Tristan Wirf's still out. You're missing a stud on the offensive line. They could not hardly run the ball last week on Atlanta. I don't see that getting better against Houston. Houston is a better roster than the Atlanta Falcons, in my opinion, on both sides of the ball. So because of that, I just don't like where Tampa Bay sits. I think Tampa Bay's got a little extra hype too, because they had they won the division last year. They were a playoff team. They were competitive in the playoffs. This team's a little banged up, man. I'm just not real high on them. Vice versa, Houston played the Rams. Again, that Rams defense is not getting enough credit. They've made a lot of teams look very pedestrian. I think Houston looks a hell of a lot better against the Tampa Bay defense, especially I know Vita Vea was questionable last week and played. My guess is if I look at the injury report, he's probably questionable again this week. If Vita Vea is out, I really like Houston.
Let me tell you something real quick, because I don't know if you saw it, but Wirfs and Godwin are both expected to play this weekend.
I checked the injury report yesterday. Wirfs was listed as most likely out yesterday for week 2.
That's huge for my other fantasy league.
Both fully practiced today.
Interesting.
Will be game time decisions, but
if Wirfs plays, that changes the things a little bit, because I think it improves their ability to run the football. Baker Mayfield just standing back and chucking it 40, 50 times is not something I would like to see if I'm a Bucs fan on the road at Houston.
All right. Well, I mean, if it's your best bet, I'm not ever, unless my opinion is so strong that I want to put my foot down and fight with you about it. My opinion's not strong enough on the Bucs to not want to use the Texans, if that makes sense.
I'll have to check the injury report tomorrow to confirm. But again, if Tristan Wirfs is out, I really like Houston in a bounce back spot.
Cool. Raiders, Chargers. I know a couple minutes ago I saw in the chat Buff said he really likes the Raiders. And my only thing is I'm going to say is, Buff, why are you still up at 1950 o'clock or whatever however the fuck you tell military time? For me, you guys know.
I think it's just 2200.
Whatever it's called. 1910, 40, 30, whatever. Chargers, Raiders. You guys know I'm high on this Chargers team. I don't think what we saw them do to Kansas City last week in Brazil was a fluke. I don't care that the Raiders just look good versus the Patriots. It would be Chargers or pass for me here. Probably not a game I'm going to end up betting, but there is no chance we use the Raiders here, so I don't even care if you guys like them.
Nope. Chargers or nothing.
Chargers.
All right. So let's quickly run through the slate real quick. Kmart, put that back up on the bottom of the screen. For some reason, I don't see it right now. I think we came up with.
Should still be scrolling. Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. How do
So
I
I think we just put down Dolphins, Titans, Colts. Were we gonna fuck with AC?
Chiefs, and let's put a question mark next to the Texans, and Chase could make that official, yes or no, tomorrow morning.
Got to check an injury report.
So, so Joey, your best bet is Colts.
Indy by a country mile.
Okay. Chase, yours is Texans.
Yep.
Duke's is Titans.
Pretty sure Dookie Boy is the Titans.
We have the Dolphins.
You know, honestly, I got three of my plays in there. I'm not gonna make you guys bet Niners. Like I do think Chiefs is probably my best bet.
I was just gonna say, dude, please don't make me play the Niners because there is a chance I bet the Saints.
No, dude, there's like unless someone else agrees, like no, dude, because I mean, I think we all know, like, I mean, there's enough followers. Like I've said it for years. As confident as I might be that I'm not being biased, and I feel like I see that, like I don't know, like I'm not gonna make us play that in the Circa.
All right. All right. Well, let's talk about Survivor now. Couple guys in chat. Buff likes
money line, dude.
Buff likes KC. Matt Texans for sure. As wow. All right. Colts win in the South. Line. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, sir. KC. Yeah. Cowboys are Doji Survivor pick. All right. Well, guess boys. I think so. We have to save teams for Black Friday. I know it sucks looking ahead, and you got to get there first, but you got to have teams available. I don't want to waste teams for Black Friday, Thanksgiving, or Christmas yet. I think ultimately the teams we have to choose between, and correct me if I'm wrong when I'm done, would be Cincinnati, Arizona, Minnesota, and I'm not gonna say the Rams because we bet the Titans. We don't want to use the Ravens because we feel like everyone's going to, and I know sometimes that strategy kills us. Kmart hates the Cardinals. I don't necessarily love the spot for the Cardinals either. I'm going to be honest. I think our two choices here are Cincinnati or Minnesota.
I like Cincy.
How do you guys feel about that?
Out of those two, it's Cincy, and I can live with it.
You could live with putting our faith in JB at home.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm probably gonna for fun bet that game anyway. Like, I already leaned Bengals minus 3.5.
I want to see something.
Like I said, they didn't look good.
You see when else we can use them. So we can't. All right. So we can't use the Bengals next week at the Vikings. We can't use them in Denver. We're not going to play them at home versus the Lions or in Green Bay or at home versus Steelers. The only other time we'd really be able to use the Bengals, I'm looking, is October 26th. We could play them at home versus the Jets or at home in the following week at home versus the Bears. Man, they get the Patriots at home a couple days before Thanksgiving. I mean, we have a couple spots where we could use them.
You want to confirm with they stay healthy, like they're healthy now.
Do you want to pull up the Vikings schedule and see when else we'd be able to use them or no? Or what you're just
look at it?
I mean, I don't know what that team is. Like,
my biggest
team is to be able to look that far and be like, oh yeah, I want to use them there because I'm not even confident in Week 17 that they could beat the Saints. Like,
I mean, my biggest concern with Cincinnati is there's been a trend for several years that they get better as the season goes. Like if you're picking Cincinnati earlier, you're getting them at the worst possible time. So that's my only real concern with them. I mean, I think they're clearly an infinitely better team than the Jaguars. I like them a lot to win the game, but I could totally see them just laying an egg because they've done it like 2 or 3 straight years. That's my only concern.
Touchdown. Let's go.
I mean, the line
saw that? Who
was
saw that
5.5.
touchdown? Who saw that
The
touchdown?
reaction?
Who saw that?
NC State, baby.
Who saw
I'm gonna
that?
say it must be NC State.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of initially leaned Minnesota out of those two teams. But I don't know. I don't have a strong enough opinion on either one. I think Detroit is more likely to smash the shit out of the Bears than both of them.
Can't use the Lions. We got to save them. They have to be an option for Thanksgiving. They have to be.
it.
Based on injuries, it has to
If
be.
you guys really like the Vikings, like I'm fine with that. Like, I'm
All
not
right,
very-
let's do this.
I mean, Atlanta's pretty injured.
Let's do this. We've been on for 45 minutes. It's getting late. It's 10:30 my time here. Let's agree that when we tweet out the 5th, our final Circa setup for tomorrow, we will discuss again in our group chat amongst ourselves between Bengals. Chase, I'm sorry, we can't use the Lions. Even if we lose, we can't use the Lions this week. Vikings, and I guess we could have a little discussion about Ravens and Cardinals since they are the two biggest favorites on the board. But let's cross that bridge tomorrow in the group chat. I know for you guys it's only 7:30, but my alarm goes off in 6
Bedtime
hours.
for the
So
kids.
yeah, my alarm goes off in 6 hours for work. So listen, for Fade You, thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to all of our loyal followers. Free Money Matt, Touchdown Wolfpack Buffy. Yep. Free Matt, Buff, my boy Papa Giorgio. Everyone in the chat, thanks for tuning in. And we will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.